Hi guys, Dr. Lapham again, back with another lab. This week we should be doing the straight line motion lab, which is going to focus on two types of motion: constant velocity motion and constant acceleration motion. The constant velocity part of this lab will be done separately. You are provided with still images of the location of a car as it moves along a track. You will then look at the timestamps on those images, look at the position, and put those pieces of data into your lab report. The part that you have to do is the constant acceleration portion of the lab. And we need to get a setup similar to this one. What that setup requires is a nice straight ramp at a slight angle. Here I have built mine out of Hot Wheels track. I've got two young boys, got plenty of Hot Wheels track around the house. If you want, you can go pick some up at the store. It's relatively inexpensive, but it's not necessary to complete this lab. Any straight ramp will do. If you've got some spare pieces of wood around the house, if you've got a cardboard box, anything that is long, straight, and flat, it's at least a meter, will work. Once you have that set up, the other thing you need is a meter stick. Hopefully you had that from our previous lab, but again, you can substitute that with some measuring tape, or if you have a ruler, you can use that ruler to mark off increments up to a meter on some paper or anything else to give yourself 1 meter of measuring space. You want to put the ruler next to your track, or meter stick next to your track, such that the 0 point is at the bottom. We're then going to measure upwards along the track and drop this ball from different initial positions, starting with 40 centimeters and working our way up to 100 in 10 centimeter increments. Now these are not measured straight across the table. We are measuring parallel to the ramp, which is why I have my meter stick placed side by side next to my ramp. We're not measuring 40 centimeters sideways, we're not measuring 40 centimeters straight up, 40 centimeters along the ramp. Now what you'll be doing is dropping some object. Here I've got a small plastic ball. You guys could also use a golf ball or other heavy ball. We've got Hot Wheels ramp here. Why not use a Hot Wheels car? Many different things could be substituted here. But once you have your object, you'll start it from these specified positions, starting at 40 centimeters. And I like to hold my object in place with a ruler. You could also use a credit card or a piece of paper. I like to do that so I can open it up as a gate without nudging the ball upwards or downwards and introducing any additional error to our experiment. To actually take your data, you'll use a stopwatch. Now I've got a stopwatch here. You guys can probably use an app on your cell phone. But when you're ready to take data, you will place that ball at the specified location. I've got it at 40 centimeters. You'll give yourself a countdown. At 3, 2, 1, 0, you'll start your timer. You will stop it when it hits the bottom. I've got a book here to block the ball. You could use a book, a pillow, whatever it may be, so that you have an official stopping point. Don't have to go chase balls all afternoon long. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And I measured 0.86 seconds for 40 centimeters. Don't use that data yourself, use your own data. But that is how we would make a measurement. We're just measuring time and putting it into our data. You would repeat that 3 times for every drop point, starting again with 40 centimeters and then doing 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, and finally, or I missed 90, and finally 100 centimeters. 3 times per drop point. Take your average time and plot the distance, the 40, the 50, the 60 centimeters, etc., versus that average time. That is, put your distance on your y-axis and your average time on your x-axis, and then you will be analyzing your data. If you have any questions, as usual, make sure to check in with your professor. That is, questions about the lab setup, substitutions, or even how to analyze your data. But that is all. Good luck. I'll see you guys next time.